Marvel was all set to launch Phase 4 before Black Widow was delayed, starting a domino effect for all of the other planned movies. However, that delay just means you've got more time to catch up on the Marvel Cinematic Universe to that if you haven't seen it before. But what are these phases? Who does it involve? And why is it important? Things kick off in the MCU with Iron Man and 23 movies later, and a whole load of box office money too. It's still going strong. The MCU as a whole has become a sprawling megabeast from another dimension, but it's divided into distinct sections that have overarching storylines, a bit like this in fact. Phase 1, 2008 to 2012. Movie picture: Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, The Avengers. What's it all about? Billionaire arms-dealing playboy Tony Stark has a life-changing experience in the desert and builds himself a hero suit. He fights a number of other tech industry figures and meets Natasha Romanoff aka Black Widow and her suit boss Nick Fury. Earnest science guy Bruce Banner has a life-changing experience in the lab and becomes a confused, angry green giant. Alien god-type guy Thor is exiled to Earth and learn about sacrifice in a life-changing experience before defeating some frost giants. With the 1940s, Slim Steve Rogers has a life-changing serum pumped into him and becomes a Hydra-basing demigod in blue tights, then gets frozen for 70-odd years before thawing out in 2011. Together, they all join forces with some archery guy called Hawkeye, who no one really cares about, under Nick Fury's aegis to take down Thor's naughty half-brother Loki and his alien hordes. New York bears the brunt of it. Phase 2, 2013 to 2015. Movies featured: Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man. What's it all about? A briefly traumatized Tony Stark steps back from the action, only to be drawn back into it by another tech industry figure and his favorite villain, an actor called Trevor, who has the toes of Croydon. Thor has some trouble with Red McGuffin and some dark herbs. Captain America is forced to turn against his own corrupt government when his old pal Bucky turns up as a brainwashed super soldier. The Guardians of the Galaxy are a bunch of alien ne'er-do-wells who have trouble with a fatal McGuffin and the alien warlord Thanos. And we also meet petty criminal Scott Lang, who inherits shrinking technology and becomes Ant-Man. But neither the Guardian nor Ant-Man have anything to do with the Avengers, who team up with Giants to take down the cyber consciousness Ultron, wrecking the country of Sokovia in the process. Phase 3, 2016 to 2019. Movie picture: Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home. What's it all about? The big one, the phases to end all phase until phase 4. We meet Doctor Strange. He's a surgeon who can do magic, and his real name actually is Doctor Strange. Of course, if he were British, like the actor who plays him, he would be Mr. Strange. Captain America, his flying friend Falcon, Bucky, Ant-Man, and Black Widow team up against Tony Stark, his buddy War Machine, his former cyber butler Jarvis, now a demigod called Vision, Stark's teenage protege Spider-Man, and his new royal African friend Black Panther, in a dispute over whether superheroes should answer to the world's government or not. From the scale of it and the size of the cast, you might think this is Avenger 3. By the way, but it isn't. Cap's guys are variously captured or go into hiding, while Thor and Hulk are busy battling Thor's sister, the Goddess of Death. They win, but fall full of Thanos at the end. The Guardians have more fun in space, unconnected to anything else, until they meet up with Thor. Everyone we have mentioned so far apart from Thanos teams up against Thanos, who is collecting all the megabeasts in order to wipe out half of all life in the universe for all considerations. Thanos wins and kills half of all life in the universe. Captain Marvel crash lands on Earth in the 1990s, meets Nick Fury and given him a phaser for emergencies only, stops a Kree invasion and befriends the Skrulls. The remaining Avengers band together 5 years after the snap to go on a time travel heist in order to undo the snap and bring everyone back. They are successful, but 2014 Thanos decides to cause some mayhem, leading Tony Stark to sacrifice himself to defeat the Mad Titan once and for all. Black Widow dies too, and Captain Marvel gets super old. 8 months later, Peter Parker is trying to deal with the death of his mentor and have European vacation. Fury doesn't let him touch and teams him up with Mysterio to defeat the Elementals. Only problem is that Mysterio is behind it all. Spidey wins, but his identity is revealed to the world. Phase 4 and 5. Movies picture: Black Widow, The Eternal, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man 3, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, Ant-Man 3, Guardian of the Galaxy 3. TV shows feature: The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, What If, Hawkeye. What's it all about? Lot is riding on Phase 4 to prove that the MCU can continue once most of the original Avengers have left. We've still got a lot of familiar faces in Phase 4, with Black Widow finally getting her own solo movie and further adventures with Doctor Strange, Spider-Man and Thor. But we'll also be getting some fresh faces in the form of Shang-Chi and the Eternals. Unlike previous phase, TV shows will also play a big part in Phase 4, and they will connect together more than Marvel's shows ever have. For instance, WandaVision will directly tie into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. At Comic-Con 2019, Kevin Feige confirmed the timeline for Phase 4, which has since been shifted slightly by Black Widow's delay. That original timeline ended with Thor: Love and Thunder, but we don't know if that will mark the end of Phase 4. We also know that we're getting sequels for Black Panther and Captain Marvel, as well as third outing for Ant-Man and the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not yet clear if they will be in Phase 4 or will form the beginning of Phase 5. Feige had another trick up his sleeve at Comic-Con as he ended the epic announcement by confirming that Marvel was working on a reboot for Blade, Fantastic Four and something about a mutant. None of these movies have release dates yet, so we've left them off the list for now, but expect to see them in Phase 4 or Phase 5.